Freud's and Erikson's psychoanalytic theories. Attached is a picture of Sigmund Freud and Erik Erikson. The history of theorist and theory. Sigmund Freud, an Austrian neurologist who created psychoanalytic theory that the root of personality is shaped during the first few years of life. Personality is also developed based on how a child copes with conflict. Erik Erikson, German artist who contributed based on the principles of Freud's psychoanalytic theory. Erikson discovered the importance of social influences in development and that life is a journey of finding one's identity. There are 8 stages of development. Stage 1 is trust versus mistrust. Stage 2 is autonomy versus doubt. Stage 3, initiative versus guilt. Stage 4, industry versus inferiority. Stage 5, identity and reputation versus identity diffusion. Stage 6, intimacy and solidarity versus isolation. Stage 7, generativity versus self-absorption. Stage 8, integrity versus despair. Research methodology. Freud uses methods of free association and dream analysis. Free association requires the patient to report their thoughts. Dream analysis is the evaluation of unconscious psychological thoughts to have expression. Erikson's methods for studying development are direct observation of children, cross-cultural comparisons, and psychobiography. Mechanisms of development. Freud's theory identifies mechanisms of development as maturation, external frustrations, internal conflicts, personal inadequacies, and anxiety. Erikson's theory identifies mechanisms of development as influences on development such as cultural beliefs, parents, and physical maturation. Freud's position on developmental issues. Human nature, emotions forcing development of personality. Qualitative versus quantitative development, mechanisms, and superego. Nature versus nurture, behaviors that contribute to the satisfaction of the drives. Erikson's position on developmental issues. Human nature, the process of becoming who one is throughout their lifespan. Qualitative versus quantitative development, identity becomes stronger and solidifies. Nature versus nurture, nature lays down the foundation of stages and how nurture is produced. Applications. Attachment within a child and parent is important in regards to a relationship and how a child will identify with their parents. Adolescents identify crises, race relations, post-war adjustment of soldiers, conflict between generations, and child rearing. Evaluations of theory. The strengths for Freud are discovery of central development phenomena and focus on non-logical thought. The strengths for Erikson's theory, expansion of psychoanalytic theory and broad perspective. Weaknesses of Freud's theory, uncertain testability of central claims in regard to development. Weaknesses of Erikson's theory, lack of systematicity and lack of specific mechanisms of development. Attached are the resources that were used for this presentation.